Hey guys, it is box office time again. I'm sad to report that I only got the first 2 spots right last weekend. The last 3, yeah, not so much. Let's recap those before jumping into this weekend's predictions. Jigsaw finished on top with less than I expected, about $16.6 million. At number 2, it was Tyler Perry's Boo 2, a Madea Halloween, with $10 million. And then Geostorm at number 3 with $5.9 million. Happy Death Day took the number 4 spot with $5.1 million. And then Blade Runner closed out the top 5 with $4.1 million. So thank you for your service. Actually managed to come pretty close to cracking the top 5, just not close enough. And Suburbicon didn't stand a chance at all, so I was way off base with that one. Now for this weekend, it's going to be another challenge to predict the number 5 spot because I've got 3 movies in mind for that one. It's Blade Runner 2049, Geostorm, and Happy Death Day, but I have to give the edge to one right now, and I'm going to give it to Happy Death Day. So first off, I think Happy Death Day has longer legs than Geostorm. And as for Blade Runner 2049, I have a feeling that Happy Death Day is going to wind up playing on more screens this weekend. So keeping all of that in mind and now trying to predict the number it might hit, Happy Death Day has been doing pretty well. It had a really rough weekend 1 to 2 drop of 64%, but then that number came way down last weekend to 46%. Yeah, that was Halloween, so that's why I'm going to boost it up a little this time around and say it's going to lose 50% of its weekend 2 profits, and that will leave it with $2.5 million and the number 5 spot. Moving on to my number 4, that is where I have Boo 2. So Boo 2 actually held on pretty strong in its second weekend in theaters. It only dropped 52%, but this time around it does have Thor Ragnarok and Bad Moms Christmas to contend with. So I'm thinking it is gonna jump up with its percent change, maybe to about 60%. And if that winds up being the case, it's gonna take the number 4 spot with $4 million even. Now for my number 3, it's Jigsaw. So Jigsaw did not meet expectations last weekend, and it also has a B on Cinema Score. Now also Halloween is over too, so I'm thinking there's really no avoiding that dreaded and all too familiar massive weekend 1 to 2 drop that a lot of horror movies out there do experience. So if that winds up panning out that way for Jigsaw, it might lose 65% of its opening weekend profits. That would only leave it with $6 million, so it's a good thing it has a nice little lead on Boo 2 right now, because that's the only reason it's getting the number 3 spot. Now on to the heavy hitters of the weekend. First up, at number 2, I've got Bad Moms Christmas. So this one is in great shape right now. Bad Moms, the first movie, surprised everybody when it opened with nearly $24 million. So now that, and on top of it, this sequel is coming out within a year almost of that first movie, so it's still on folks' minds. And then also, it's kind of fun. I mean, I would recommend seeing it if you liked the first Bad Moms movie. So keeping all that in mind, why can't Bad Moms Christmas match the first Bad Moms movie? And that is why I'm giving it $25 million at the number 2 spot. Now for the big one. Oh yeah, at number 1, no surprise here, it is Thor Ragnarok. The question with this one is, how big is Ragnarok really gonna go? Some of the recent reports that I've read said that it's outpacing Spider-Man Homecoming, so I'm running with that. Homecoming opened with $117 million. I'm bumping that number up. I'm bumping it up to $125 million for Thor Ragnarok's opening weekend, crushing it, and of course, taking that top spot. Let's recap real quick. At number 1, I have Thor Ragnarok with $125 million. Number 2 goes to Bad Moms Christmas with $25 million. Jigsaw comes in at number 3 with $6 million. Tyler Perry's Boo 2, a Madea Halloween, is at number 4 with $4 million. And then at number 5, I have Happy Death Day with $2.5 million. You guys know what time it is now. It's time for you to hit the comments below. Share your predictions right there. I'm curious to read them. And also, a brand new Patreon cycle just kicked off. And guess who's back for more? It is Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve, thank you so much for being with this Patreon campaign since day 1. It really means the world to me. Thank you to everybody who's watching this video right now. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you next week with more box office predictions.